180. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Now Goff on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. Space to maneuver at the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it's going to be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
17. 17. Carlos up.
On 1st and 10, Goff. He's got his man here. It's Gary Jennings Jr. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
A gain of 16 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays.
First down.
Here goes tonight. 180.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there.
On first down, it's gone. Catch made, it's Moreau. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Kill. Turn it up.
They'll run for it with Lynch. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
To me, that's a terrific run on 1st and goal at the 3. They got 2 yards. I'd line right back up and give it to him again.
2nd and goal from the 1. Here's Goff. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Chester.
57. Mike 57. Crunch time, defense. Shift.
Shell.
They'll try to run with Hines. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Mike.
180.
Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the block.
Regular. Alert. Hey, Echo.
Check, 59. I got one. Mike's 59.
First down, Mayfield. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
Hurry.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. It's our time. It's our time.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And an alley to run. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Hold on. Check. General West.
trying to collect. Check. Lucky. Hey, alert 3. Check 24.
On first down, Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
We go. 76.
On first down, gone. And he'll find Moreau here. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And a carbon copy there, at least as far as the results are concerned, as he'll be dropped behind the line yet again.
61, matchbox right. Ric Flair.
55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. Check pass.
Super 66.
55's Mike, guys, 55.
Throwing on third, gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, maybe said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the first. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Now, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Hurry. Hey, alert 33.
59's Mike. Check, 59. Pick your game.
On the ground with the rookie Devin Singletary. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The tackle made by Landon Roberts.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Point it right.
Here I come again.
Watch out.
Mayfield to throw it. into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Here goes tonight. 180. Super.
Mike, 55.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And this is going to be incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd down. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that, but if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball.
It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Goff. And able to complete it to Moreau. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
First down, Falcons.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Ric Flair. Hold on. Check.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Goff throwing again. The throw caught by Core. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On the delay, here's Hines. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. To throw on 2nd and 6. Goff. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. A third field goal in the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Hines. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brendan, but 6? Let's hope we don't get bad again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And the decision. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
You got tape.
Alert, 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 alert.
Shifts by him. Now a quick pass to Richardson. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
I'm here all day. Slam, slam, slam.
Mayfield on first down. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. First time into the red zone for the Buccaneers. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Check, 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 check. New Mike 52, Mike 52.
Regular.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Hurry. Real. Watch.
On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Brandon Graham, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Watch the
Run.
Wide, get wide.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And they are on the board. It's now 9-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
And now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Now it's gone. Working the middle here. That's complete to Moreau, the tight end.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, Couldn't turn it into much more.
Obama. Hold on. Check. Pick it up, guys. Maverick.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
First down, Atlanta.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tonight, 180.
56. Coming this way. Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Hines. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Keep playing hard.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
On second down, it's Hines. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's third down.
Hey, kill.
55.
22 jet bomber.
I got you, boy. 55 is my guy. 55.
Here's Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike's 59. So we got man.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Kings.
Show it up. Check. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up. Check three.
Pistol.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Run.
To throw, Mayfield. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. Now he'll pull it down. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Check. 180.
Check. 59. Check.
Hey, alert 33.
Back. Begin.
Hey, alert.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
We got to get to the ball, see? We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. He's crossing. He's checking.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And the kick by Rosas is good. And that trims the lead to 3. It's 9-6 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As we know, they had the chance last week, Charles, to lock up the division. Couldn't do it. Now it all comes down to the final week of the season. But once again, they control their destiny.
And that's a good thing. But I wonder about mindset because you mentioned they had a chance to lock it up last week, didn't. Are they bringing extra pressure to themselves now? Even though they control their own destiny with a win, now because they didn't get it done before, will they be even tighter as they approach this game?
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now Goff on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Hassan Reddick, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
We're good.
Goff now to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain.
We go tonight. 20.
Hey, man. Watch the boot.
Hey, shell.
3rd and long. It's gone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here's Bird to return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. That's caught left side by the tight end, Boyle. Give him a couple on the catch at 2nd and 8.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter, it's a good running back dive play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mayfield going to take a shot for Gallup. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Michael Gallup with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bucs have taken the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half, other teams just...
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Byron Jones, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Good starting field position for him as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. And he rifles one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Hey, watch this. King.
They will run with Singletary. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down.
Watch the shift. He's checking. Crash.
Hey, alert 33.
Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now Mayfield. Got a man out of the backfield. It's Chris Thompson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A third down gain of 19. Mayfield now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
We got 4. Hey, check 24. Watch.
Point it right.
Check 31. Hey, Mike 52. I'm not ready.
Buzz.
So that'll back him up 5.
Play it to win. Let's go.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Check curls. Shit. Check the backer.
Mayfield now. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Goff, and it's incomplete. He was looking for his running back, Nyheim Hines. 3rd down here.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Maverick.
57's right.
Hey, Delta.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Record.
Out of the gun. Gronk. This is Jennings. And some room to roam now. Touchdown, Falcons. Gary Jennings, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle.
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Von Miller in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Regular. Bravo.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. You know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Goff. That's caught by Jennings. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Goff now looking to throw. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Greystone, travel. 55. We're good.
You must be dreaming.
Cal, you won.
55. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Hey, check right. Watching you fly.
From the gun, here's Goff. They'll find Hines out of the backfield. Certainly not what they wanted there. No gain, and it's 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now it's Bird on the return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
At their own 41-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
42-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
They're running it. Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch. Check 4, check 4.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Deron Harmon right there on the coverage.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Check 99, check 99.
God.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. The pass complete. It's Bird. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mayfield now. A perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Real.
SOS.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Switch. Check safety, check safety.
Watch out.
On the ground, it's Thompson. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Falcons 42-yard line.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You rush.
Mayfield under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Preston Smith in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
34.
From the gun, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deron Harmon. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
I'm going back.
Now a give, right side. Hines. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 13 and a 1st down for Atlanta.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They run with Hines. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On 2nd down now. It's Hines, and he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Nyheim Hines with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion.
Hey, check right, check right. Watching it fine. Too little.
Here's Goff. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
No. Off. Hurry. Get him. Pistol.
Here's Mayfield. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Foster Moreau with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point try now for Suckup. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First down, Mayfield. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. Suckup for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Falcons 40.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. I don't think you got it, son. Check three.
Alert, 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 alert.
On second down, it's Thompson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. A first down throw for Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down.
Check 24, check 24. 34's the Mike, 34's the Mike, he's coming.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. To throw, Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Switch. Watch the safety crew.
Regular. Hurry.
Mike 52. Stop your whining. 52's the Mike, boys.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Brandon Graham, and the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
180.
And they take a knee.
It's a loss of a yard.
Come on! Like 20!
At the 30-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing